this person's bones. You can tell about this person's vocabulary. The way that they speak now is that they're not all there. You begin to look at this person in their eyes, and you don't see the Ruach in that person. That happened here in the congregation of Yashra'al. Well, that person then had to be removed out of the congregation so that there won't be any problems. When you begin to look at a person, and you no. When you begin to look at a person, bring scriptures out to a person, and a person don't want to hear scripture. Again, look at the person. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. And if you see death and a disagreeable spirit inside of that person might have to leave. It can cause a problem. Eye contact is very, very important. Very important. We was taught during the days of slavery not to look at the white man in his eyes. Look a man straight in his eyes. And I'm sure that you tell your son, listen, you know what? Look a man straight in his eyes. You're a man just like he is. Look him straight in his eyes so you can know exactly what's going on. That way, you can communicate with the person. I'm just as strong as you are. Always look a man straight in his eyes when you're talking to him. Let me speed this up here a little bit. Now, his soul draweth near into the grave. This is what's happening now. He's in this sleep paralysis state. This is what he's into now. His bones are shaking. He's seeing this vision. He's speaking to him not once, but twice, 3 times, because we are hard-headed people. The Father is constantly telling us now, listen, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And he's doing all these things now to save us now so that you won't have an accident when you leave out of your house. Anything can happen. Somebody can come from behind the bushes, crack the man across the head, rape your Isha. Yeah, let's just keep it real.
Yes. Yes.
If you at odds with the Father, it's now open season on you.
Yep. It's good.
Anything can happen.
It's good.
All right. Let's see. His soul drew near into the grave because the Father's trying to speak to him in this dream, in this vision. His soul drew near into the grave, and his life to the destroyers. And who are the destroyers? It would have to be the adversary, the devil, the demons, the disagreeable spirits. Now, verse 23 is important. If there be a messenger with him and an interpreter, one among 1,000, to show unto man his unrighteousness, then he is gracious unto him, because he now has a messenger with him. Just as Enoch, when Enoch was seeing all the things that he was seeing, because his third eye was open, he needed a messenger with him. If not, you might not come back. There was a movie called Insidious. That movie scared the crap out of me. It did, and the reason was because you're now leaving a realm, going into another realm, and when he got back, he was not the same person.
No, it was not.
He brought a demon along with him. Okay. His flesh shall be, okay, now if he returns and hears the voice of the Father, it says, his flesh shall be fresher than a child's. He shall return to the days of his youth. He shall pray unto the Father, and he shall be favorable unto him, and he shall see his face with joy, for he shall render to him his righteousness. He looketh upon men, and if any say, I have sinned. That's all we have to do. Just say that you have sinned. I apologize. Use the Psalms 51. David committed adultery, put a man's wife on the front line, and had him killed. When we read the book of Psalms, the 51st chapter, the Father is saying to us, only acknowledge your sins. That's all you have to do. Just as easy as that. And be sincere about it and don't do it again. Because if you don't do that, the adversary is right at the door.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stop right there for a minute because I really need to finish this up. I'm gonna speed this up. Because I need to get through all of this. I really need to get through this. Daniel, the 8th chapter. Daniel, the 8th chapter. 15 through 18. And it came to pass, when I Daniel, had seen the vision, the prophecy. The Father's trying to show Daniel something here. I have seen the vision, and sought for the meaning, and behold, there stood before me as the appearance of a man. So when we go into this realm, we need what we call a spirit guide. A spirit guide. Watch this now. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Yahuah, which called and said, Gabriel, make this man to understand the vision. And so he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. So he's standing up. He's down in a vision or in a trance. And at the presence of Gabriel, he falls on his face. He's in a vision. Just imagine that. This is a day just like today. We all walking, we having a good time, we in services now. And all of a sudden now, a vision comes over a person, and he now just falls on his face. Watch what happens. But he said unto me, understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. Now, as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep on my face towards the ground, but he touched me and set me aright. Now, I must draw a picture of this. He's in a trance. Daniel's in a trance. He falls on his face. The messenger of Yahuah touches him. He stands back up. But Daniel is now like this. I'm keeping it real with you. Daniel is standing straight up with his eyes closed. It was a situation that I heard back in the South. My grandmother, they told me all these scary stories, then expecting me to go to sleep. All right? How can I speak like that? So, she told us of an occasion where there was a girl, she was sleepwalking, and she's walking through the house. She was able to open the doors, go out the house, and walked outside, got to a particular spot. Her eyes closed, was able to walk down the stairs in the whole 9 yards. She stood still, looking in a particular direction with her eyes closed in a trance. This is what was going on with Daniel. Here's more proof. Okay, the book of Daniel, the 10th chapter. The 10th chapter, verses 1 through 12. I'll read this real quick. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a king was revealed into Daniel, whose name was called Belshazzar. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing, and he understood the vision. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. In the 24th day of the 1st month, I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel. And I looked up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body was like beryl, and his face as the appearance of light, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like the color of polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Watch this. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision. It's the same thing that happened with Shaul. The men that was with him, they were not able to see the vision. Okay? Now again, they're walking. We're all together. Okay. And I alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them, so they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone, and I saw this great vision, and there remaineth no strength in me. Sleep paralysis. He can't move. Put it this way. Paralysis. That's not called sleep paralysis yet. Paralysis. And I had no strength. Yet I heard the voice. Remember the definition that I gave? Okay, now so he's in a state of paralysis. He's seeing this vision. And he heard a voice. And when I heard the voice's word, then I was in a deep sleep. Again, Tardamat. Now we have this, the sleep analysis. Paralysis, excuse me. Then I was in a deep sleep on my face, and my face towards the ground. And behold, a hand touched me and set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my hand. So he's on his knees with his hands on the his palms of his hands on the ground. But he's in this sleep state. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words which I speak unto you, and stand upright. For unto thee am I sent. And when he had spoken these words unto me, I stood trembling. Verse 12. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and to chasten thyself before the Father, thy words were heard, and I came for thy words. So he's going to now interpret this dream. So again, I just want everybody to see this whole thing with the sleep paralysis. Now, I'm going to speed it up. I got to do this. Now, I'm going to address the men first. We're talking about energies because we're going to now talk about the names of two disagreeable spirits. I just need just a little bit more time, please. Men, if you have a dream that you're having intercourse with a woman while you're asleep, I'm going to let you know that's a demonic dream. It's a demonic dream, especially if you release during that time. Leviticus 15:16. Okay, Leviticus 15:16. Shaul, can you get that for me, please?
Leviticus 15:16?
Yes.